Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the bronze round of Wrath of the Gods. This is the second qualifier, and we're in the bronze round, as I said. So, in the blue color, we've got Magic playing as Loki.
Over here on the left-hand side, we got the beautiful Lush coming in from Gaia. Kvoth has got his Gaia, Naka. Kvoth has got his sacred Gaia. I think Magic should be a little bit scared.
It's a little
Loki's
worrying in terms
Kvoth is
of
strong too, though.
the power level of the player, right? But matchup-wise, maybe not. I think we're on different pages about that one, but we'll see how it plays out between these two. That's ultimately what matters, not the theory behind it. Tournaments, anything can happen. We've seen that certainly with the semifinals with Chemo just putting on an absolute show, then nearly dying for no reason. Handful of small issues can certainly happen here and there. Or just the unexpected raids that Magic likes to do.
Those were really nice, weren't they? Tons of spear raids on the gold down on that
Sure.
Ghostlight game, but whatever, we could definitely see a similar thing here on this map as well. Looking on the bottom side, there's some really what's the word? There's some good food options down here for Kvoth. There's no town center or anything over here, but still there's some exposed hunt that feels fairly secure. Since it's kind of down here in this corner, along with the pumpkins. So some little side raids from our Loki player over here. That could be nice. Some unexpected raids. And then the gold mines up on the leftist side of Kvoth's base. So I don't know. I think, and there's even gazelles over there as well. I think there's definitely plenty of opportunity for Magic to bust out some little unexpected surprise attacks here and there as the game progresses.
Yes, indeed, the temples are already getting made by both players, of course. We're definitely on time here. The oracles have found a good number of pigs, by the way, for Kvoth. So even if he gets knocked off the hunt somewhere, he has something to fall back to. But I think his protection of the villagers is going to be one of the important parts of this game. The longer he can keep them out, the fatter the pigs get, the more food they make. And of course, enjoying the whole fact that he's got the Gaia trees. That's some extra income right there. Oceanus is going to be the pick versus Forseti, so nothing too surprising there.
Nothing too surprising, more like not surprising whatsoever. Is that what you meant to say?
Yeah, I'm being just kind. Honestly, it's boring. Where's the Heimdall versus Leto? Give me the dumpster fire build.
Yeah, we need to see some robot action. I think that the robots, the automatons, they're one of the coolest looking myth units in Retold. They look super cool. So I'm a little bummed out that we don't see it as
Yes,
much.
sir. The relic getting picked up is also kind of a bit boring. Ring of the Nibelung for free gold trickle. And what else do we have? We've got the bow of Artemis here in the middle for cheaper ranged units. Then we've got the Anvil of Hephaestus in the bottom corner. That's going to be cheaper armory upgrades. And at the top, it's the Eye of Horus for more population. So nothing too game-changing. They're definitely nice. Definitely want to pick them up. But they're not going to change how this game is going to operate.
Yeah, for sure. Military barracks in Great Hall. Again, no surprises. Or no, sorry, Naka. Nothing too surprising, right? Maybe the Longhouse, honestly. I wouldn't say that's not too surprising. We've seen plenty of Loki players go for just the straight up double Great Hall for some RC and lots of Herseer, but he's deciding to go for the Longhouse. I suppose it makes sense against Gaia. We've been talking all about Murmillo, Bite of the Shark, blah blah blah, so those throwing axemen. Ooh, actually, don't forget, Naka, the throwing axemen getting more bonus damage against the Murmillo, against the infantry. That is something to consider. It's actually Kvoth who needs to be super careful about that. It's like a hidden, maybe it's just me, dude, but it feels like that's this like secret bonus that you kind of forget. It's easy to forget about, I suppose.
No raiding cav are being made, but I guess it's not too surprising as well. We've got all these Murmillos out, right? They'd be dealing rather nicely with raiding cav, but you do have that mobility edge. You can split them up into 2 groups and hopefully attack some villagers with them, whereas Murmillo might not be in all places at once. So that's something to consider. Also, raiding cav would be great to chase down the oracles. Kvoth is hiding one of them in the very corner, and you know, the way their area works, they've got this whole aura of line of sight, as well as it related to their favor gathering. You can put them in the corner and they still get their high rates. That's something to think about.
Cheats.
Of course, the hero gets a little more here in the middle. As long as you don't intersect the areas, it's fine. I like putting them around the edges of the map. So that's one thing that people should consider. That yeah, maybe you do make that 1 or 2 raiding cav just to scan the edges of the map for potential oracles to pick off. Otherwise, it's free favor for Ati forever.
Oh, they have garbage line of sight though. I mean, you could easily do the same with a Berserker or a Hersey or something like that.
You could do that, yeah.
You could do that.
Berserk's equally fine. Now, Kvoth is taking the forward gold mine early, and this is just one of those plays that is, I think, very important to do. Secure that gold mine early on, gather from it a little bit so you can reduce your intake from the home gold mine. Then, if you must, you can go back to that a little bit later. You can even completely abandon it and just walk forward. I mean, you're lush. You should be moving faster. Is channels actually researched? I think not, right?
No. Assuming it shows up for a citizen.
It should be because this turbine is 6.3 speed. Citizen is 4.4 speed, so it is researched. So yeah.
But
just
Bite of the Shark also coming in as another research, or another upgrade rather. So we're gonna have medium Murmillo with the Bite of the Shark upgrade. Those things starting to be dangerous, Naka.
Here's the healing spring. That's exactly what we were talking about before the game, that you do fight under the healing spring, things are going to be a lot better for you. Also, the tower garrison capacity in Retold is huge, so you can just jump through that thing with the entire army. Crazy.
Wow.
In the old game, it was limited to like 5 people, I think.
Uh-huh. Yep. Okay, so just some tickles here. Yeah, nothing too intense. You know, all those scary Murmillo. We actually have copper armor coming in. I thought that was maybe a bit scarier, but it's a pretty chill game. It's a pretty chill game.
House is getting destroyed. Doesn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things, but it certainly slows down the Norse army. But Magic has other plans. He's going up Bragi right now. Flaming weapons to break out of his base will be absolutely critical, because right now he's just gathering food with his gold miners. The people that are supposed to... Oh my god, did you see that garrison? He dodged every shot.
Wow.
But yeah, need to get out of this base soon. Can't wait too long.
Can I tell you something weird, Naka?
So,
when units attack a house, the special little attack PC, attack a citadel, attack a whatever music plays.
really?
Why?
I muted my in-game music and I'm running a playlist of the original AOM soundtrack because the retold one gets demonetized on YouTube. So
that's a good idea. That's what I should be doing, man. I turned on the music, but it's like, okay, it's pretty intense. It is dramatic to kill houses in front of gold mines, but still.
Yeah, I think there's a command to turn off the dynamic soundtrack, so maybe that's something to look into for next time.
Okay. Well, anyway.
The metal pig is getting shanked a little bit, but hey, there's a healing spring.
Oh, bro, we got okay. So hang on, Naka. There's a lot going on. First of all, there's the pig, there's the throwing axeman, there's the Herseer on the top side chasing after Terma. Bottom side, there's a whole group of Herseer going after. Well, I guess being gone after at this point in time. So again, you were mentioning early on these little whatever raids that Magic was getting against Chemo. Doing the same thing against Kvoth here. Let's see if he can get some myth unit spawns. There we go with flaming weapons coming in.
And here it could be triggered manually, forcing all these units to run faster. Could have been a surround, but Magic actually is going for the sieging operations. The temple is full of relics. Is he just stealing the relics? I love that. But that's just my personal little pet peeve. I don't think that's what Magic is after. He's opened up the base, he's going after the Vills, forcing a garrison there. Valkyrie spawn is in. They're going in so deep though. Flaming Weapons is out in 10 seconds. All Kvoth needs to do is run around on the Lush. Gets a significant speed boost once he's on, and he's faster than the Herseer.
Nice. Well mitigated by Kvoth right there, man. That flaming weapons that is supposed to be so scary. That was nothing, man. He lost a temple and, you know, a couple units here and there. Nothing. No problemo.
Yes, sir. And it gets worse because all these units running around on the Lush, not getting hit by anything because they're so fast, they're also regenerating on the Lush. So that's something to keep in mind. And now these small groups of Magic's units are gone. What groups? They're not here anymore.
Well, the groups were good at the time. You know, if you have fast units like Herseer, it's good to, you know, it can definitely be good to have little groups running around the map, hitting this, hitting that. We got a Valkyrie group over on the left-hand side, hitting another gold mining operation. But throwing axemen, running around the map with a troll, that's not necessarily the fastest group in the world that you want careening around.
Well, I've got all these relics back. Magic didn't even steal them. I'm so sad.
Exactly. It's like after all the flaming weapons, all the effort put into destroying the temple, and it's like, yeah, no problem. Nothing.
This breaks the Norse lore. They're supposed to be looters. Oh well.
They're supposed to be looters. Yeah, where's the pillaging? You know, if there's anything you're gonna steal, it's the Vikings are supposed to pillage, right?
I guess they killed some villagers and got out. That's more lore-like right there.
Go. All right. Well, ultimately, Naka, like, okay, sure, we have a little bit of gold pressure here and there, but there's still gold left over, just barely, I guess, just a little bit left over for Kvoth. I mean, it's 13, 14 minutes into the game, and he's just barely running out of gold. He's doing pretty well, man. He survived the flaming weapons attack. He's up through Thea. He's doing okay here. Definitely doing okay.
Take this entire army together, and I think he might actually win a direct engagement. Shouldn't he just wait it out against Feya here? But oh wait, sorry, he's got the plant, the hungry one, and the Terma getting on top of. Oh my god, everything's gonna die. Magic is probably toast.
Maybe. Let's see if you can get some more myth unit spawns. However, there's a bunch of Herseer there.
They're running.
Oh, man, good call. They're running. Non-forest.
It's his only hope at this point, but Magic just doesn't have anything behind this. He's got a decent economy, I guess, but can he catch up against this massive Gaia military when his gold miners are exposed? And, well, guess where Kvoth is going?
I can guess. Let's see if, but still, you know, defender's advantage. Maybe these Herseer can pop out a couple of myth units. Maybe there's still some hope left.
It's not an attack move.
Oof.
Oh, AOM Legacy Gamer doesn't use attack move. Captured in 1440p. 1080p actually. Well.
Pretty good P. HDP? Anyway, speaking of HDP, we got a heavy Murmillo and pretty high def right there. Dude, heavy merms, I'm telling you, those things are scary. Milo are one of the scariest infantry for Norse. Uh-oh, I just had the game speed up.
Uh-oh.
What minute are you at real quick? What's your time? Time check, time check.
15:50.
Okay, I'm just a couple seconds, but just a couple.
Yeah, we should be more or less okay. The battle boar is exposing itself to several more Milo heroes. Gotta be careful with that. Is actually Kvoth gonna take over this healing spring? Maybe not. I mean, there's all the buildings nearby. Got a lot of very hurt units. I think Kvoth might want to just back off and actually just heal up on the Lush, honestly. There's no need to throw the entire army away. Now, granted, he's making more units. He's getting Contarius out. But if he loses his entire core army, then was it really worth it?
He's deciding to throw the army. Although, having said that, he's got a backup army, dude, in the middle of the map. Check it out. Like, look at the total military population, 67 to 91. Sure, he's behind, but he's got army 2.0 right behind.
I don't like it, Maiden. He had the population space. Together, they would have been stronger, but it is what it is now.
Point, man. Fair point. Game ain't over, though. Once again, Magic kind of... He's getting himself into really nice positions. He had the really nice flaming weapons timing, but he wasn't quite able to take advantage of it. So, I mean, at this point in time, sure, he's still in this game. He took that good fight, but we've seen throws from Magic earlier. So, I don't know. I think it's a fairly equal game, but is that going to continue?
Well, the goalie might pose an issue. Certainly a really good way to take on the battle boars and then force out some goalie on top of that. There's no really good melee units to deal with the Contarius. Like, the Hersier are okay. They're not great at the job. Same for the throwing axemen. They're not exactly what you want. And now we've got the 4 birds cleaning up the myth units. Who needs heroes? It's a lot of myth unit spawns, however, but it's just not enough.
Stimpers are good against myth units, man. They're like those battle boars, they got smoked pretty quickly. Wow! And Kvoth taking the first game. Bravo, bravo.
GG. Very nicely done. You know, he may have lost that army, but ultimately you were right that the follow-up was just as good, maybe better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a different composition, right? Because the one that he had initially that just died a couple of minutes ago, that was the Scary Murmillo and a whole bunch of Terma. And so, sure, the Terma are good, but eventually, once you get the bigger numbers, they can be a little bit complicated and a little bit less effective because their range isn't quite as good compared to like an Arcus or something like that. So, anyway, so swapping over into the Contarius, into the Stimpers, he just wanted to go for those level 2 units, I suppose, and worked out, man. It definitely worked out. He smoked the army.
Yeah, despite the losses, 117 kills to 88. That works.
Wow.
Welcome to game 2. The map's Kerlagar, and in the blue color, playing as Hades, this is Magic.
Here in the top right, everybody, we have Kvoth. He is playing, excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. He is playing Zeus. So we got Kvoth in the red is going to be going for hoplites, exactly like what Nakamura was talking about a little bit earlier. And we're going to see if in the blue, Magic can bring some magic with his Hades archers.
I apologize for my in-game score not being up to date.
It's okay.
Fixing.
We're gonna get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. In the meantime, real quick, everybody, Kvoth dropped his dock on the bottom side of water. Okay, same thing with Magic, actually. Both players starting on that bottom side of water. Both players also secondarily going up to the top side of water. So, not too sure who's gonna go for, you know, where. I mean, what we're anticipating is that Kvoth, as the Zeus / Hoplite player, probably just going to be going for that double barracks play into hoplites and targeting one of these sides of water. So, you know, probably the right hand side. That's what a lot of players typically favor, is the side that they go for first with their first dock, the one where they typically have more fishing ships, they're going to prioritize that one. So likely going to hit this bottom side with hoplites. But of course, we'll see. Are you caught up on the time, Naka?
I'm caught up. It's playing back at normal speed, so we should be fine. 4 minutes-ish?
Yeah, just about.
Cool. Then we're all synced up. Now, we were talking pre-match that this is all about the hoplites early on. Toxotes can play a role, yes, but... oh, my game just paused. It says I paused the game. Is that magic?
How did you pause the game? I paused the game.
I can't pause the game. It must be magic. And we're back.
It's on pause now.
Okay.
Oh, Retold, you're so silly.
The other thing is we've got Walls of Erebus pre-queued up, so Magic is interested in sorting that. Oh my goodness, he's got 5 villagers on favor. That is a commitment right there. You know, the more you have, the slower the individual villagers are actually gathering. So you can see the actual speed of that when you click your villagers. As you put more, it gets worse.
Well, okay. Athena just about in. Naka. Having said all that, Athena just about in for both players actually. So you mentioned Lycan Restoration. That's a pretty big no-brainer here. Both players going for Restoration. Yeah. Is this intentional? Dude, Magic has a whole boatload of vills on favor. Is that an accident?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that it's 5 of them. He's trying to get out Vaults of Erebus, but typically you just use 3 villagers because that's one of the most efficient numbers of villagers that you can really use. After that, it really starts falling off with the gather rates. Of course, favor is a very valuable resource, so who cares most of the time? But early on, every resource counts when it comes to pumping out your units, and Kvoth, as a result of not having invested that much into favor, he's gonna have more stuff. He's already got the second Minotaur, so that's actually really good business for being Zeus. You get some free favor at the beginning.
Yeah. And there's the double military academy, as predicted.
No big surprises there for sure. Now, one of the things you want to do with that is to get Sarissa relatively early on. Of course, you make a bunch of hoplites first, but then you get Sarissa. We'll give them a little bit of extra attack range, so as units are running away, the hoplites get to do that extra attack. They get to snare the opposing units, slowing them down, and then once again getting the snare off because of their extra range. It's such a good upgrade because of that. Doesn't matter much in real combat, but still.
Oh, I think it does. Having a melee unit with +1 range, I think it's super impactful.
It's mostly the extra damage that helps in a direct fight, because it also does that. Sure. But yeah, technically speaking, you could have a double rank of hoplites still getting to attack. So in terms of positioning, yes, it helps.
Yeah. Plus just pathing in general. But yeah, moving on. We got some action here, man. The double Minotaur, I think, is really nice. Plus, actually...
Where is the bolt on the Achilles? Because this is such an easy fight to win if Achilles isn't here. It's such an expensive hero too, so the reason you bolt Achilles in particular rather than anyone else is the cost, right? It's 250 regular resources off the bat plus the 2 favors, so it's like another 20 resources really. Why not just take the win?
I agree, man. I agree. But hey, you know, he's still... Kvoth is looking like he's in a good position here regardless, even with or without Achilles, honestly, so...
Yes, he made so many ships.
Is that too many ships, actually? Maybe not in order to save your fish.
I'm worried about what's going to happen next on land, but he's also got a lot of Toxotes. So far, this is looking pretty good. And you know what? Magic is going up to Aphrodite as a result of not having spent any food on units. Wood gathers a little bit faster than food does in these early stages when you're not hunting. So it all adds up, right?
Indeed.
It's 1.1 per second. Onward.
Curse is going to be really nice, honestly, when, you know, I don't know if Kvoth is going for, you know, a mass amount of units here. Like, he's stopped production. It looks like he's saving up to go heroic as well. Actually, he's pre-queued Apollo. Apollo is a little bit interesting here. This is, by the way, this is like this ball of archers, man. This is exactly what I'm thinking. The archers with a little bit of micros could be so sick against just pure melee units here.
Yes, you are also supposed to have archers yourself as a Zeus player past a point. Like the early game hoplites, that was great. And so far, Kvoth has barely lost units. So putting on the pressure, forcing out all these ships, that has been great. But now it's time to add in his own archers. Now it's time to get in that Sarissa, not just Aegis shield, which is, by the way, really good to see. But yeah, Tuxodes, and ballistics will be key as well because Hades gets that for free.
That's not a cheap upgrade as well. That's such a huge bonus for Hades. That's huge, huge, huge.
It is, but so is the favor for Zeus, arguably. So they're similar in the end in terms of value. A third Minotaur is out, and we could be looking at a really good restoration, but Magic's not going to allow that. Scoot and Shoot is on, and he's doing it really nicely. Well, there's the Manticore. I think he's trying to bait him in, but Magic's not going to have any of it. He heard the sound. He's like, oh, I'm out of here.
Toodaloo.
What was that bolt? Scylla?
I think so, on that bottom side, right where that siege or the Juggernaut is.
Ah, I missed it.
That's what it was.
But yeah, that makes sense. Still no archers, but there's a second Manticore. That's the archer that Kvoth is choosing to make. I guess it counts. A bunch of peltasts.
Oh yeah, if you can get a couple of special attacks off on that ball of archers the Magic has, that's going to be killer. Completely brutal.
True. Hey, Kvoth is in a little bit of trouble though. There's no gold. He didn't go to the next gold mine. Is he just gonna get bullied here?
Maybe. I mean, he does have a couple of villagers over on that far right side, just a couple of them, and he did go up through Apollo. So I don't know. There's by all means, there's a world where, and he does have a foundation of a storehouse up on the very top corner. So there's I think a very realistic world where he's got the forward gold mine where he can go to. That's where most of his villagers are now, but he also has on the right hand side gold, left hand side gold, etc.
Think this is gonna be the big fight we've been waiting for, Maiden. The hoplites have Sarissa, they're charging in. There's several Minotaurs up front, but Curse comes in, doesn't let the Manticore do its attack. What is that underworld? He's getting the positional advantage. Restorations come in for both sides. Is Magic just gonna evaporate here?
What was that? What is that underworld?
I've never seen such an underworld. That was the smallest underworld ever, but technically it was fantastic.
that was sick, man. Well, now how he's gonna? Now what do you do with it? You can't move it around. I mean,
that's true.
That was
but
sick.
Magic doesn't have units, so I think those talks get run down, and now Kvoth is on top of Magic's gold mine. Those guys have to run into the fortress, and then Kvoth still has the positional control.
Wow. What a swing, man. Magic has been swinging all day. Are you kidding me? Magic the Swinger, the new nickname. Games have been swinging all over the place all afternoon for him.
Magic cannot afford to lose this one. That would put him in 4th place. I mean, it's not nothing. You still get away with some money and a decent amount of points for sure, but 3rd is better by a lot.
Of course. That was such a sick play with Underworld and the Manticore. Does he have 2 Manticores still alive, or does he just have the one? I think he just has the one.
Oh, just the one. The other one is now a pig.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Unbelievable, man. The fortress is down. no mythic potential unlocked for Hay. I mean, he can go mythic, but resource-wise, he cannot go mythic. So I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what Magic does, man.
He snuck out some villagers from the wood gatherers. And, you know, in the background, he does have Vaults of Erebus ticking. He also traded some resources from what I've seen. Every little thing he can do, he's doing. But the villagers are getting picked off. Oh my god, the Scylla is eating well today.
Delicious. Like, by all means, I like the idea of Kvoth. He's hitting gold mines next, right? Simple, easy, no problem. But
Yeah.
Magic's up on that top side, so he ain't dead yet. He ain't dead yet.
And what happens if Kvoth decides to go up to Mythic, though? That's get a lightning storm in on this army, and then what? You don't come back from that. I think Magic knows that this is happening as well. He's seen it with his dock. The villagers are getting pulled away. He's deleting his storehouse, but the ruins of the building are still going to be visible to Kvoth. He knows he's been here. He can read the gold mine. He will click it. He can see the stones. He knows what's going on. Oh god, Magic's trying to hide in the corner. He's clicking up Hera. The hoplites are searching, but probably might not find the vills.
That's such a funny move, man. He tries to delete the foundation or the building, but the foundation is still there. That's so funny.
Hoplites, I think, will be happy to just take out this dock. It's a perfectly sufficient play. Hera is a quarter way through the fortress here to defend this location. I don't think you have to worry too much about losing the underworld passage, as you pointed out earlier. That's the one thing. Wait, he's using it again. Oh my god. No way. He's using it like a second restoration.
Wow, dude. Wow. If Kvoth takes this game, he's gonna deserve it. He is utilizing this silly underworld passage so much more than I thought he would. Look, he's gonna pop back in. What?
He's back.
Pop.
He's doing it again. I'm dying, man.
This is sick, dude. This is such good play here.
I can't do this. What is happening?
Dude, bravo. We've had some big brain plays here today, man. From both players. Bravo, Kvoth.
Well, Iron Maiden, Hera is on the horizon. Magic's not gonna be happy about that one.
No.
Do you think he's gonna deny us the clip? His Keen clan has been not very keen on showing us the big moments. So I think they might deny us again.
It's a good thing that Kvoth is not, the one about to be lightninged, because otherwise we might not get it. Are we gonna get it?
We are
Give
gonna...
it to me, Magic!
No! No!
No!
Keen to hide the Clips clan, as predicted. We now know King Kvoth will be taking the series, however, 2-0. Absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. Magic really didn't have much of a chance in this one after the initial fights didn't go his way. But he sure did put up a fight today. That was great to see. Despite his eye surgery and the related issues after the fact. It's not the easiest to play under these conditions, but still, congratulations to Kvoth taking the bronze medal today.
Yeah, that is a big win, man. That is a big win. Again, we have 3 qualifiers to the main event. This is number 2. Kvoth was so close to getting into those finals a little bit earlier today, but didn't quite get it. So, he'll take the money, he'll take the points, and I'm sure he's a happy camper. Plus, on top of that, he beat Magic, man. He beat Magic 2-zip. You just mentioned the eye surgery. It is what it is, sure. That you could, the fans of Magic could maybe use that as an excuse. Oh, he can't even see the screen. Hey, man, he still signed up. He's still playing well enough to get into the bronze match today.
True.
Was very close to the finals as well. So this is a big win for Kvoth. Really well done by him.
We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.